All right, guys, chapter 5 starts talking about addition and subtraction relationships. And we already started talking about that in the chapter on subtraction, like using think addition to subtract. And then do you remember when we talked about using tens to subtract? Sometimes we actually started with the lower number and counted up, which is more of an addition sort of process. So in this chapter, we're really going to be delving into how addition and subtraction are really kind of people talk about this sometimes, that two sides of the same coin, kind of the same thing, just two different ways to look at it. All right, so we're doing the chapter introduction and the first lesson today. Lots of pages, but it doesn't usually take too long because it's not usually very hard. Children tap the Liberty Bell 4 times, then they tap it 9 more times. How many times do the children tap the bell? I know you can't really see that here, but you can look at it in your book. This page always turns up really shiny with my light. What would you guys use for that? Are you subtracting? Are you taking 4 away from 9? Or are you putting these two together? All right, use cubes, color to match, write each sum. Now, we don't actually have cubes, and you guys have done a lot of things hands-on. If you want to get counters to do that, you can. Otherwise, you can just color this to show 1 plus 3. And if you're just coloring, use red and blue or two colors that'll make it really obvious. And then use colors again to show 3 plus 1. Use the number line to add and write each sum. We have not done this in a really long time, so let's go ahead and look. 6 plus 3, we're going to start at 6, and then we're going to make 3 jumps, remember? 1, 2, 3. 7, you can do that, 7 and jump 1. And here with number 4, start at 8 and jump 2, 1, 2. Count back, same thing, we did this, right? Start at 11, jump back 2, 1, 2. Start at 8, jump back 3, 1, 2, 3. Start at 9 and jump back 1. All right, here is our review. Add, addition fact, difference, subtract, subtraction fact, and sum. So do you see this box under addition words with 3 lines and this box under subtraction words with 3 lines? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 review words. And of course here, even though they're 2 words, we treat that as 1 word. Same thing here. So go ahead and write these that have to do with addition over here, and these that have to do with subtraction over here. You're going to have 3 in the green circle, in the blue circle, and 3 in the green circle. Write an addition fact, and write the sum. Write a subtraction fact, and write the difference. All right, game. You can try to play with your parents if you want to, or other family members, but you don't have all the materials from me, so you can skip it. Here we are at lesson 5.1, and can you see this is going to be all about problem solving. Now, the question we're really thinking about in this one is, are we adding or subtracting? And we really want to make a model to help solve this. So we're going to be doing a lot of drawing or using counters. Nicole sees 16 turtles on the beach. Some turtles swim away, 9 turtles still on the beach. How many turtles swim away? So again, the question here is pretty obvious, right? How many turtles swim away? But we really want to be aware of that question because sometimes the questions are not so obvious. Especially as you get older, they're going to try to throw extra stuff in there to confuse you. This is where math books really like to throw extra stuff in there to confuse you. What information do I need to use? As you get older, they'll start throwing other stuff in here. They'll tell you there are also 10 beach balls and 16 fish. So you're going to need to really concentrate on what is the question and which things do I need and which things are just extra. 16 turtles. We do not know how many swim away, but we know 9 are left on the beach. Now, we did not do a ton with bar models, but here we are. I don't love that they're showing you there are 16 here plus 9 here, because then you could think maybe you're supposed to add the 16 and the 9, and that's not actually what they're showing. So I want you to take your pencil and I want you to cross that out, because you don't actually have 16. You didn't have 16 turtles and then 9 more turtles. You had 16 turtles altogether. And then one group was 9 and then another group was some other amount. So it's not helpful at all to have this second line of cubes. Cross that out, scribble it away. All right, This is more helpful. Can you see how it shows you this is one section, this is another section, and then this black line here is showing you that this all together is 16. So really we're only working with one string of cubes, and they've drawn this really well for you. I don't know why they bothered with this extra thingy down here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here, and this gets us 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right? There's 16 cubes. Here's the 9. How many are here? That's going to tell you how many swam away. Oh my goodness, they're doing it again. We're going to need to do all kinds of crossing out today and making our own drawings. There are 4 rabbits in the field, so more rabbits come. Does it say there are 4 and there are 12? No, it says there are 12 altogether. So cross this thing out. I don't know why they do that. We have 4. Let's go ahead and draw it. And again, this drawing shows you really well. There's a part that's 4, there's a part that we don't know, and this shows you that together those two parts are 12. I don't know why they got to do this. What we're going to do here is we're going to keep adding cubes and counting up to 12. So here's 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the amount we know. Now there's some we don't know. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now you can just count how many cubes did you add in, as long as your drawing is accurate. And it sometimes, especially, you know, if this was something that somebody's life depended on, or we really needed to build a building correctly, we would definitely want to go back and double check this. But we can real quick. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So just count how many cubes did you draw in there. Put that there. Again, good grief, cross this thing out. Okay, so there's some mystery. There are 14 to start with, and some mystery amount fly away, and 9 are left. So let's double check the drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to keep going back this way to see how many flew away up to 14. So here's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let me double check my drawing. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, and then just count. How many cubes did you add in there to get up to 14? Write that here, and then also write it here. Can you see how there's a little blue line right there? That clues you in that they do want you to write it up in the drawing as well as down here. But guys, this thing here is just nonsense. I think, you know, sometimes I think they have people make the pictures who are not actually the math teachers. They have the math teachers plan it, and then probably some computer person goes to put all the pictures in. They probably didn't really understand what the teacher was trying to teach there. All right, 20 ducks in the pond, 10 ducks swim away. How many are still in the pond? Now here you can see they didn't give you a picture. So, but we know this, right? They've given us this kind of model. So let's go ahead and draw. I'm going to do circles like in 10 frames because to me that's a little easier to work with than trying to draw those cubes. But if you want to draw strings of cubes, you can do that too. So here's the 10, right? Now we need to get up to 20. Now I know some of you guys have already figured this out, in which case just write your numbers down. But 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, right? And some of you guys already knew that. 20, obviously, right here you can see a 2 in the tens place. 20 is made of 2 10s. I hope you guys all already remembered that and went, Mrs. Pitton, my goodness, this is so obvious. So we know we'd need another 10, right? All right, but this one goes back to more regular stuff. 3 eagles land in the trees. Now 12 eagles are in the trees. How many were in the trees to start? So I'm going to use 10 frame strategies again. Let's look at what that looks like. So I need to have 12 drawn all together, right? There we go, 10, 11, 12. If you want to do cubes, you can absolutely do cubes too. That kind of goes more with the bar model that they're doing here. I'm going to do 3 of them red, 1, 2, 3, and now I need to see what I've got for my yellow ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go ahead and put that right there. Oh, and up here. 8 squirrels in the park. There they are. Some more squirrels come. Now there are 16 squirrels altogether. So how many come to the park? So I'm going to do the same 10 frame thing again. If you want to draw out cubes and color some of them one color and color some another color, you can do that too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's my 10 frame. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And again, pause if you need to. I've been drawing 10 frame circles for years and years and years, so I can do it really fast. You might need a little more time to catch up. I'm going to color my 8 red ones now. Now, when I go to do my yellow ones, I'm going to do something a little bit different because I could count these 2 and then count all of these, but I've got more over here on this side, don't I? And also, I know this side is 6, right? Because 10 and 6 more gives me the 16. So I can just do 6, 7, 8. And some of you guys may have been thinking addition to subtract, and you may have known already from your doubles fact. 8 plus 8 is 16. So write it here, turn over to the last page. All right, Liz picks 15 flowers. 7 are pink, the rest are yellow. How many are yellow? So guys, go ahead and do your drawing. Do you see how these models are making it really easy for us to figure this out? Now you could try to think this all through in your head, but often, you know, really good mathematicians will actually use models, because if you're working really hard to keep all these numbers in your head or work it on your fingers when it's really more than what you've got for your fingers, it can mean your brain isn't really as free to think about number relationships. So use a model. Go ahead, you guys should know how to do this now. Color some, one color, the rest are yellow, figure it out. Cindy has 14 sand dollars. She has the same number of large and small sand dollars. Write a number sentence about sand dollars. This does not really use a strategy that we have talked about. So let's go ahead and imagine we're doing cubes. You could do this with counters also and rotate, you know, switch off, but we're gonna do cubes. 1, now some of you may already know, if she has the same number, we're talking about if there are 2 amounts the same number, we're talking about a doubles fact, right? Obviously, it's not going to be 1 plus 1, but you got to have the same number of large and small sand dollars, which means you're going to have a doubles fact. So if you already know what that is, go ahead and write the number sentence. I'm going to pretend we don't, and I'm going to draw trains of cubes and put 1 there, 1 here, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. You see how I'm going to do that? So same number, there's a large one, small sand dollar, large sand dollar, small sand dollar, large sand dollar, small sand dollar, large sand dollar, small sand dollar, large, small, let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now you can see what it is. See how this picture is making it easy for us to figure it out? Go ahead and write that down. Ed has 3 more books than Sam. Sam has 8 books. How many books does Ed have? Now this one's a little more tricky because we're not subtracting really, taking away. We're subtracting, comparing. So let's go ahead and draw Sam's books. He's got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to also draw Ed's. Sam has 3 more, so we're going to cover up these 3 because Ed does not have those. And here are Ed's books. Can you see again how we're able to use these pictures? Now, some people will make you think that if you have to draw a picture, that means you're not very good at math. But what they will often end up doing is adding and subtracting, like adding when they should subtract, or subtracting when they should add, or adding and subtracting the wrong numbers because they don't take the time to make sure they really understand what's happening in the story. So now you guys are comparing, right? How many does Ed have? There it is. You can draw that right there. 13 fish in the tank. Some go behind a rock. 8 fish in front of the rock. How many fish are behind the rock? I am going to leave that completely up to you guys, the picture you're going to draw, and then going ahead and coloring in the circle you need.